Hey there. Skankosaurus Rex here. You're watching a channel about cross-stitch. Would you believe that the same person that hosted the last video is the same person that is hosting this video? And it was just 5 minutes ago that I looked like I did in the last video because I am shooting this video the same night as the other video. I really wanted to take up my contacts, so skanking it up for this video, even though I feel like it's going to be one of my more fun videos to watch. Why is that, you say? Hold on, let me do my regular introduction. Welcome to Stitching and Sound. My name is Kyle. As of today, I'm still wife of the week. However, I have a feeling by the time this video goes up, Ellen will have had a new video up and we'll have a new wife of the week. So, I don't know how soon after the last video goes up that this one will go up. My guess is going to be about a week apart. Since I'm filming this immediately after my last video, I don't have anything new to share with you. So, since I don't know when my next video is going to be, my true next video, as in a regular Flosstube update, I'm going to take you through my entire stash. And by stash, I mean my cross-stitching stash, not my other stash. But I don't know how many parts this is going to be. My guess is going to be about 2 parts, possibly 3. Depends on 2 factors. Factor A, how often my phone runs out of storage. And factor B, how soon people will come home tonight. Everybody's still gone, and I think I've got a couple of more hours. I'm definitely going to get at least this first part done. Part 2 might have to come at a later time. So, for part 1, I'm showing a lot of crap. So for this video, it's going to be mainly all of my samplers. I shouldn't say all. Most of my samplers and what appears to be all of my Teresa Wentzlers. Now I say most of my samplers because for my other video I want to do all of my mirrors and all of my kits. And I know I have a few sampler kits that are not actually in my sampler drawer. They're in the kit drawer. So, yeah. Yeah. Let's get started. Let's get started. Let's start with drawer number 1. And in no particular order. You know what? Yes. Because you saw this first. Okay. We're going to start off with a couple of exemplar dames charts. This one I got for $1. Brand new off of eBay. I have been eyeing the shit out of this exemplar dames chart for a while. But I never wanted to pay the $35 for it. And I'm glad I waited, because I got it for exactly $1 off of eBay. Brand new. Now, the one time I did see this on Stash Unload, I wasn't quick enough to get it, because it was fully kitted. on Stash Unload, and only $15. So lucky you, person that got it before I did. But this is Trinity from Exemplar Dames. Look at how fun that is, right? I swear I'm not religious, but let's see. The model was stitched on 38 count. Okay, okay. Can I talk about fabric real quick? What the hell is the point of, okay, 28, 32, 36, 40, 46, 50, 50, okay, fine. What's the point of having, okay, if you've got a 36 count, what is the point of making 35 count, or what the bottle on this was stitched, a 38 count? Why not stitch it on 36 count? One of my Lanart kits that I'm going to show you in my next video has 27 count fabric. Why not use 28 count? Like, is there really a reason for the oddball ones? That's my rant for the day. Stitched on 38 count cream linen. Stitched with the Vicky Clayton's. The Vicky Clayton floss. But look at how fun. That's one to stitch before I die. These next two are kind of in a series, they're a Quaker series. I don't know how many of these there were, but both Exemplar Dames. This is Honesty. Look how fun that is. Let's see, the model was stitched on 40 count. Oh, interesting. I want to know what that color that Honesty is stitched in is. That's a goofy color. Oh, I guess I can just look at the high ones with the Vicky Clayton floss. Ooh, this was number 110 of 2000. You can see a little bit of the chart, but you can't get the whole. Isn't that fun? And then this one, I'm sure this is numbered as 2, but this is from the Quaker series. This is Love. I don't know what that was stitched on because I can't tell. I don't think I will stitch these anytime soon, but I'm glad I have them. Okay, let me try to get. There's some jump edge happening. Okay. I think we're good. The next Exemplar Dames one that I have, I want to start this. I should have looked her up. She's stitching this one right now. 2-in-1. What the hell is her name? Lisa, what's her name? Anyway, this Exemplar Dames is my second favorite Exemplar Dames after Trinity. No. You know what? I don't have favorites. I don't know which one this one is. True Wisdom. You know it. You love it. I gifted this to Lisa Kindred Smith. I did that in the last video. Lisa Smith Kindred Stitcher. Because I love her dearly. I'll get around to stitching this one day. Let's see. The model, again, the 38 count. What? Stitch on 40 or 36. Come on now. I'll get around to stitching that one day. I might want to get the silk conversion from Lisa, though. Maybe. I feel like I've got one other one besides this one, but I guess if I come across it, I'll come across it. But this is the most famous Exemplar Dames ones. And they send. You know it. You know you want it if you don't have it already. That bottom there is going to kill me. Look how fun the middle stuff is. I mean, there's so much like blank space that would not take much time at all. Like, once I get done with this cloud up here, I mean, this is all just going to go zoom. This one, that bottom, I don't think so. Maybe I'll do half stitches for that, because that's going to be a pain in my left cheek. Okay. So, I really think I have one more exemplar games in this pile, but I don't know. Excuse me. On to my Hands Across the Sea samplers. And we are starting with the most famous, most infamous, depending on how you look at it, the Uffendale sisters. And this is the original from the original batch. This is the double-sided booklet. This was going to be my New Year, New Start. And then Nicola, God bless her, God bless Nicola, I love Nicola, announced that she was reprinting all these. And I fully I fully 100% supported her decision. They didn't, I give so much support. They called me the bra in high school. I fully supported her decision. I would have supported her if she didn't want to reprint them. I will say, though, her decision to reprint them killed any want for me to stitch them anytime soon. I wanted to stitch them for New Year, New Start, but I have a problem with going with the pack and stitching when a lot of people are stitching the same design. The only exception being Game of Swans. But yeah. I don't know when I'll stitch this, if anytime soon. Someday. We'll see. Next, Hands Across the Sea sampler. This is the 2018 Queen of the May, Sarah Brazier, 1829. This thing is freaking huge. Does she give what it would be on 28 count? Yes. Looks like it would be... I gotta move the bookmark here. 34 inches by about 34 inches. That's an almost 3 foot by 3 foot piece of fabric. I love seeing Vanna's progress on this. I don't know if she's been stitching it recently, but yeah, it's gorgeous. And looks like it's very time consuming. So now this one I think is actually bigger than... No, it's a little bit smaller than Queen of the May, but this one's still a big girl. This is probably my second favorite Hands Across the Sea sampler. This is Elizabeth Weston. I want to stitch this on 28 count because it is going to be massive, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with stitching this on the DMC. Was this a market release last year? I don't remember. I think so, maybe. But the moment I saw this, I pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered it from Julie Gulf Coast so damn fast. I love it. And it's very pink. Very pink. I'm not really... I like the color pink, but I'm not, like, when it comes to, like, stuff like this, it's whatever. I almost kitted this up one afternoon, but then something else caught my eye. What that was, I don't know. But that's my second favorite Hands Across the Sea sampler. That'll definitely probably be the next hats that I start whenever I finish Harriet Hartland. We have Jayne Bannister. This one was gifted to me because I would not have bought this myself. But it was gifted to me, so sure. And of course, you got the cats. This one's a big old son of a bitch, too. No, it's not. I mean, it's not. Okay, maybe not. It's still almost 2 feet by 2 feet. I mean, on 28 count, but... Yeah, I like that one. Jayne Bannister, 1855. And then this one was the Queen of the May for 2019, Lucy Nevier. I don't know if I'll ever stitch this, but I wanted it because it's a limited edition. If I didn't get it, somebody else was, and I ain't about to not have a limited edition, so I got it. Lots of that whole tree is nothing but French knots, which is not my style. Terrible pun intended. I like whatever fabric this was stitched on. Doesn't say. It doesn't say. Maybe it does, and I just can't see it. I don't know. It's a huge frickin' booklet, too. I mean, this thing is thick. One day. And then this is still in my stash. You know it. You love it. This is my absolute favorite sampler. This is what got me into stitching samplers. This is what got me into loving samplers. This was my first sampler. This was my first finished sampler. It is also, at the moment, going to be my first ever professionally framed project. It still means a lot to me. This is Hannah Sanderson, 1849. I miss stitching this. When I finished it, I still felt like I had more to go. This was a fun journey to stitch her. I will not be gifting this chart. I will not be giving this away because this one does have some sentimental value to me at this point. I stitched it using the DMC. I stitched it on 36 count, 2/2 on 36 count. There's no specialty stitches, no 1/1 stitching. It's all full crosses. Some people, I believe 18 and 36 counts. I think it looks better with 2 strands. I personally, because I started stitching this with 1 strand and I'm just like, I don't like the coverage. If I could have afforded it, my Little Red House sampler, I'm doing that 1/2 on 36 count. If I could have afforded all of the floss, that one would be 2/2 on 36 count. This one, I first saw this when McKenna from 1884 Stitchery, you know her, you love her. If you don't know her, don't love her. Well, you better get to know her, get to love her, because she's not going anywhere. And nobody's asking her to. And thank God for that. She was doing a live stream from the attic, and at the front display of the attic, there was this huge freaking sampler, and somebody was like, "What is that?" And McKenna said, "It is the Berlin Woolworth sampler." And let me just show you what the entire thing looks like. I mean, it was beautiful. This is part 1, obviously. Well, I had to have it. I found on eBay parts 1 through 5, and I'm like, I need the last 4 parts. One of my followers on Instagram said, "Hey, I have I'm never gonna stitch this. Do you want the last 4 parts?" And I'm like, does the Pope shit in the woods? Yeah, I want the last 4 parts. So I have all 9 parts of the Berlin Woolworth sampler. This is from the Saviours Praise. I don't know what the model was stitched on. But this is the one on the cover. This is the original, going up and down. So here's what part 1 looks like. A bunch of little motifs. Most of the motifs are half stitches. I think there's only one motif. It's this. When I get to it, I'll show you. There's only, I think, one motif that actually uses cross stitching. Here's part 2. Part 3. Part 4, and part 4 is the one that uses the cross stitching, I believe. The rest is all half stitch and like satin stitches. Here's part 5. Part 6, and you know, I said this in one of my videos when I first showed this. The model at the attic, one of the motifs had like someone in like a hat. And when I got this, I was like, I can't find the motif. Did I get the same project or the same sampler? Well, that motif is in here. It's just the original sampler has it stitched upside down. And it looks like that one is all full crosses. So I'm not sure. I guess I don't know why that motif is upside down. I mean, it's upside down in the original, but here's part 7. Part 8. And part 9. Okay. My next one, I got this from a live sale Julie from Gulf Coast Stitches was doing with her daughter Sarah. What the hell is this one called? A Sampler Story. This is from Brenda Keys, A Sampler Story. Yeah, I had to get this from Julie before somebody else did. Excuse me. I don't know when I'll ever stitch this one, but I got it because I think it looks really, really cool. And there's all sorts of like fun stuff that comes in it. So there's that one. Now it looks like we're moving into my Shakespeare's Peddler stuff, which I guess I thought I had more. Sorry, Teresa, I don't have more than only 2 of your patterns. This is a Saviours Praise, very popular design of hers. Picked this one up at StitchCon. I just love like all the stuff that's going on in this design. It's really fun. And then this one, Teresa had contacted me shortly after I put up my video showing my my gift to my mom that I did for Christmas one year. And she's like, hey, I feel like... she sent me a sweet email. And she's like, you can choose something from my store. And I chose Jayne Philpott 1837 and Adam and Eve Sampler. Because this is right up my alley. There's something about this aesthetic that I really like with this sampler. So I got that one. Love it. Okay. The next 2 are Jeanette Douglas designs. This is Vintage Flowers. I don't know where the hell I got this. I don't remember where I got this. But I thought it was really cool. I'm not going to stitch it anytime soon, but I thought it was really cool. And then here's another Jeanette Douglas. This is Vintage Birds. Did I get this at StitchCon? I might have gotten this one at StitchCon, but I don't don't remember. I don't remember where I got most of this stuff, to be honest with you. And now this one, this was my very first purchase from 1884 Stitchery. This is Anglesey Reproduction Sampler from River Drift House. Look at how fun this one is. I can't believe I haven't started this one. What is... Okay, Brendan the Serial Starter. they have a segment called, oh, it's Why Haven't I Finished This Yet? Or is it Why Haven't I... I'm going to pretend it's Why I Haven't Started This Yet for the sake of this. Why haven't I started this yet? I mean, the colors are just snaptastic in this. I mean, it's beautiful. Okay. No idea where I got this one. This is Evening Sampler from Shepherd's Bush. I have no idea where I got this. I don't even know why I got it, but it's cute. I know a lot of people like stitching like houses. That's not for me. This one, this is a Praiseworthy Stitches. This is Peace, Simple Gifts Peace. I believe I got this from Julie Gulf Coast Stitches from one of her live sales. Look at how fun this is. I feel like I would convert all of this. It just all seems too monochromatic for me. Like, it's one thing for it to all be monochromatic, but when it's mostly monochromatic with some other colors thrown in, it looks just weird to me. So I feel like I would maybe rechart some of those colors. This one is Blue Ribbon Design. Okay, these next couple, I honestly don't know where I got them. Okay, I know where I got that one. Oh, well, this one has an attic sticker, so I must have gotten this from a live sale from McKenna. Yeah, had to have been. This is Blessed Are Those Who Gather Here. And I got this one, even though there's even though I just said I hate stitching houses, there's a big old house in the middle. I don't know if that's the original sampler or not, but it's, I guess I don't know why I got this, but I'm keeping it. And then this is Carolina House Designs. This is Feathers in the Wind, another house, although I got this one more for the fun colors in it. Look how fun that one is. That's a lot. There's pretty colors in that one. And the house is just small in comparison. I don't like it when the house is like most of the design. But it looks like I got this from the attic as well. I don't remember getting it from the attic. This one I got from Market last year. Lucy Beam, Love and Stitches. This is Maria Casson, 1822. We were watching Julie Gulf Coast live stream from the attic. This was gifted to me by a lovely friend. She knows who she is. Once again, I like the aesthetic. Something else too. Like, this looks like it has a lot going on in it, but at the same time, there also looks to be like there's a lot of negative space. So, there's that. What are we doing? Almost out of half an hour. There's a chance I might run out of memory, but we'll see. This is Gertrude's Garden from Just Stitching Along. Got this from a McKenna live sale, because why not? McKenna, did you finish stitching this, or were you going to stitch it? I don't remember why I got this. But I like the design. Once again, another house. I don't know what crack I was smoking that week when I bought all these designs with houses in them. But, yeah, I love the design. The colors are a little, I don't know, the colors are like dull, but I feel like I would probably convert those to more poppy colors, maybe. I don't know. Now this one, I love this one. I love this one. This is Permit of Copenhagen. This is, what's this one? This is Sampler 1663. is what this one is called. I believe this is a Dutch sampler, I think, but look at how fun this one is. I would love to start this one. I actually saw, I don't think they were stitching it, but I did come across this one the other day on Instagram somehow. I don't remember. I think I got this off eBay last year. I just like that, like, you could totally stitch, like, if you wanted to do, like, a band sampler, you could just stitch this part if you wanted to, and then this could be a whole other sampler, or stitch it all in one. I think it's really cool. And once again, another house. This one, I got from a live stream that McKenna was doing. This is GGR Elsa Schitter, 1866. Wait, that might be Elise Schluter. Never mind. It's not Schitter, it's Schluter, I think. You got Jesus on the cross, you got Adam and Eve, you got some guy dancing next to a peacock. I mean, what more could you ask for in a sampler? Let's be real. Would love to stitch it. This looks like that's the original. I don't know if GGR ever does models for her cover art, because that looks like the original sampler. But look at how fun. This next one, I have zero idea of where I got this. This is Language of Flowers by Rosewood Manor. But look at how fun that one is. That's got a lot going on. Don't know when... Okay, I'm going to set the record straight. I don't know when I'm going to start any of this. So hopefully that'll prevent me from keeping saying that. There's that one. Yeah, no idea where I got it. Now this one, funny story about this one. So my best friend is a photographer, and she takes pictures of houses for, I don't know if it's a real estate agency or whatnot, but she was in somebody's house and she was taking pictures, and she saw this on the wall of one of the houses she was shooting. So, I mean, there was cross stitches everywhere, and I'm like, oh, I need to figure out what this one is. So the hive mind, pun intended, also not intended, because it'll make sense here in a second, let me know that this design is gathering honey from Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. I love this one. And you want to know who I thought of the moment I saw this? Donna Ray. Donna Ray, have you stitched this? I feel like this is one you would have stitched. Donna Ray, let me know. Love you dearly. Miss you. And now, I'm not the biggest bee person, but I can see myself stitching that at some point in the future, because they're very fun colors. And now this one, this is a Scarlet Letter. I have no idea where I got this. This is Sarah Wilson, 1837, an English sampler. Look at how fun that is. Look at that. This is the god whore. No, wait, what? Okay, I'm trying to read the inscription in the center, but it looks like it says whore. It doesn't. This is the god we adore, our faithful, unchangeable friend, whose love is as great as his power, and neither knows measure nor end. 'Tis Jesus, the first and the last, whose spirit shall guide us safe home. We'll praise him for all that is past and trust him for all that's to come. I swear I'm not religious. And then this one is the IRK 1812 sampler from Samplers and Such. The designer of this was actually selling a bunch of these on the Samplers Through Time Facebook page. So I picked me up a copy, because I don't think you can find this anymore. I wish the picture was better quality once again. Giant house. Although, that's actually a church, so it's an exception. Amazing how this fucking crow, pardon my language, is about as big as that church. And then I don't know what's all going down there. Then up next is from Lottie Daw. I got this, I think, from a live stream at the attic. This is the blessing. The Lord bless thee and keep... I'm not going to read that. But look at how fun. Isn't that fun? I love it. Oh, don't know how to stitch. That looks like it's a quick stitch, kind of. No, it doesn't. I say that, it doesn't. And then this one, I picked this one up. This is from With My Needle. I picked this one up because the name of the girl that stitched this in 1828 has the same name as one of my very close friends that I went to school with. This is Hannah Cummins, 1828. Very interesting. Okay. And then, okay. This is actually going a lot slower than I thought. Showed you this in my last video. This is Rosewood Manor and a Garden Grew. Smells like cigarette smoke, something awful. Very pretty. Once again, lots of pinks. Don't care for the fabric color. I feel like I would use this because it came with the fabric. I think I might use the fabric for like a mirror or something. I don't know. So there's that one. This next one. Now, once again, my offer in my last video still stands. If somebody wants to kit this up for me, I will show you my nipple. This is from a Stitcher's Hand piece. This thing is gigantic. I want to stitch it. It is stitched 1/1 on 28 count. And I think it still ends up being like 3.5 feet long anyway. I mean, I was just in awe when I got this from Fiberworks in Waverly, Iowa. I was just in awe when I saw it. So I had to get it. This is A Child's Commandments by Hillside Samplings. And wouldn't you know, it has the 10 Commandments on there. Captain Obvious. Once again, I'm not religious. This next one, oh my god. So, we went to the Stitchery Nook in November, and there was a model of this design in there. And I had to get it. And to this day, Michelle Rudy was there, she knows. To this day, I'm regretting not kitting this up immediately. This is My Big Toe. Could somebody explain to me the name of that company? Why My Big Toe? First off, I hate feet, so I kind of wish they would have chosen a different name. But this one is Disturbus Lord, the Prayer of Sir Francis Drake. I want to stitch this so bad. But there are so many there's so many Gentle Art Sampler threads. And me being me, I want to stitch a 2/2 on 28 count. I don't want to do the 1/1 on 40 count, because I want it to be the frickin' 6 feet model that I saw at the Stitchery Nook. I love it. And this is another this was my first My Big Toe. This is the Prayer of Saint Francis. I mean, I can't, I don't know if this one's bigger than... This one's, these two are about the same size. This one's a little bit girthier. But it is a little bit shorter. I love it. Love it. All right. This next one. Thought this was going to be my first Long Dog Sampler, because this was the first Long Dog Sampler I saw. I got this from 1884 Stitchery. Death by Cross Stitch. Yeah, buddy. I've been looking at Miss Sadis's silk. Thank you, Jan Hicks. Been looking at her silks, because I want a big ol' hank. That's for you, Kef. I want a big ol' hank of a silk to stitch this with. But I have not found that hank that just gets me. So there's that. Now this one was gifted to me by a lovely friend. This is the Three Things Sampler from Moira Blackburn. I feel like who's stitching this? There's a couple. Excuse me. The funny thing about this, this chart in particular, is I randomly get a message from somebody on Instagram being like, hey, what's your address? I'm going to send this to you. I'm like, oh, wow, that's a pretty design. I don't remember ever saying I wanted this, but thank you. And they're like, yeah, you did say you wanted this. And I went back through our chat, and I found the moment when I said, yeah, when you're finished with that, send it to me. And I literally had a message that said, you'll have to remind me that I wanted this because I'm going to forget. I know me so well. Here's a Jardin Privé. What was this one? Je dois le... I don't know. I got it from the attic. There's a lot going on in that one. Then this is a La-Di-Da with You. This is what I call the Moose Sampler, because it looks like there's a moose on here. The thing says, and the Lord said to Moses, I am with you, but I really think I want, whenever I get around to stitching this, I'm going to change that to say, and the Lord said to Moose, I am with you. And here we have Heartstring Samplery, Beth Twist. His Eyes on the Sparrow. Forgot what it was for a second. One day. I mean, this one's right up my alley because it's massive. One day. One day I'll do it. But too many people are doing it, so I'm not going to. This is another one from one of McKenna's live streams. This is the Regal Red Sampler by the Sampler House. The weird thing is, I don't know why I got this, because red samplers, I know a lot of people go nuts over red samplers, but they don't tickle my fancy. So I don't know why I got that one, but no regrets. Here's another Heartstring Sampler just to keep everything together. This is Some Trust in Chariots. Oh, this one was, I got this from Julie Gulf Coast. This was her actual copy that she used. And she was selling it, and I'm like, well, if anybody deserves this, it should be me. So I got it. Next up are two Owl Forest embroidery charts that I got from McKenna off 1884 Citrus. This is, I believe this one is the Peacock Sampler. Look how fun that one is. I like that one. This was my, I don't know. Still haven't gotten an Owl Forest embroidery kit yet. But... And then this one, somebody gifted this one to me. This is the Pomegranate Sampler. And, you know, for the longest time, I didn't think I had a Blackburn Designs one, but it turns out I've owned one for, like, ever. And this is the bells on Christmas Day. I think I got that one from McKenna, too. Yeah, there's an attic sticker. I got a lot from McKenna, because I love her dearly. And then this one, this is a Reflet de Soie. That one's for you, Michelle Rudy. Reflet de Soie. This is de Soie et Chamonix. I don't know how to pronounce it. But, once again, a lot going on. Sorry for the glare. One day. one day. I almost feel like, because I don't think this is actually on blue fabric, but I think it would look really cool on blue fabric. And then, I don't know why I have these in my sampler, but I'm going to show these two, and I'm going to end. I knew that was going to happen. So anyway, here's the two chatelaines that were in that drawer, fully kitted. These were gifted to me. They are, I guess they were part of an Elements series that really never came to fruition. There was only these two that were released. This is Earth, with all the goodies. And it looks like this was kitted from European Cross Stitch. And then this is Air, with all the goodies. That's even got NPI silk in there. Can I talk about needlepoint silk real quick? For as expensive and as fancy as NPI silk is supposed to be, could they maybe not have dished out some of that extra money to make the labeling more appealing? I mean, let's be real. But I'm not complaining. These were gifted to me. I'm complaining about the NPI silk look. But, okay, on to the next drawer. So, next drawer has a little bit more samplers in it. In this drawer, I have the box that was a kit exclusive at the Fall 2019 Midwest Cross Stitchers Retreat in Amana. This is for the Little Red House Sampler. You saw that in the last video. I showed you the full, what that's supposed to look like. But along with that, in this box came two other charts. If you didn't watch my Midwest Retreat video, it came with a pin cushion and a needle roll. All the floss for those two. These are all Weeks Dye Works and some other stuff. Brenda is one of my favorite people now. Because she put so much work into this. Fabric and some finishing stuff for both. The strawberry I made. I'm so proud of that strawberry. And then the base and the tin for the pin cushion. I'll get around to making those eventually. They look like they wouldn't take too long. But there's that. It's such a beautiful box, too. I'm actually going to put this box here. Okay. Now, more stuff I got at the Midwest Retreat here. I didn't realize I had this much in this drawer. Okay. Okay, we're on to stuff that's not samplers. This is, I mean, there's going to be samplers in here, but this drawer is what I call kind of my random drawer. It's all Teresa Wentzler and then just the rest of my stuff. So, here is a Midwest kit exclusive for this Jack Frost snow globe ornament type deal. Comes with the chart, the dome, the finishing ribbon. Did this come with the little things? Oh, no, it didn't. And then the chart, obviously, and then the little hook for the ornament. So, yeah. You know, much like a lot of things, Michelle Rudy pressured me into getting that because she's like, you're never gonna be able to get this again. I'm like, okay, I'll get it. So I got it. So there's that. That one. All right. Okay. Stuff is falling. Okay. Okay. So then I also got this at. Okay. No, this was a gift from Brenda Gervais. Souvenirs of the Heart, Autumn in a Manna. I think this is what she called the 1/1 series or something. Isn't that cute? It's another house, but it's cute. And then this is just a heads up, the next couple are Brenda Gervais. Faith of the Heart. God finds a low branch for the bird that cannot fly. Oh, that's sweet. Isn't that cute? Another house, but isn't that cute? And then this one is called Quaker Handwork. This was probably my favorite of the purchases I got. And then this next one, I'll be damned. Okay, let's talk about Farm Girl real quick. Over her Vlogmas, she's like, hey, this is a Brenda Gervais, let's sell this chart, except you might not be able to find it right now because she doesn't like make charts, you know. And then I'm like, oh, I think that would be a fun like chart to like sell with. And it took me 6 weeks, if not longer, probably longer. It took longer. It definitely took longer for me to realize I already had the chart. This is Harriet Elizabeth Coe. Michelle Rudy is doing a stitch along for this. I will not be participating because I don't have anything for this, but I'll stitch this eventually. This is a cute sampler. A lot of eyelet stitches. A lot of eyelets. This one was given to me at, well, this was a freebie at the Midwest Retreat. This is Seasonal Dragons from Patricia Alison Designs. So, never heard of them before. This is Winter, because I'm a winter person. If anybody has stitched this, or knows of anybody that has stitched this, let me know, because I want to look. And here's another Brenda Gervais. I stitched this for, poor Donna. I stitched this for my Smalls exchange for the Midwest Retreat. This is Snow for Christmas. I apologize for never showing what the finished product looked like. But I stitched this. I'm so glad Donna from Stitching and Duda got this one because she knows why. Okay. Now the next one, you all know this one. Well, at least I hope you all do, because I model stitched it. This is the SI 1849 sampler that I model stitched for Michelle Bendy Stitchy. I loved stitching. This was so much fun to stitch. This was stitched, yes, I stitched this on 28 count casual linen and light mocha. Loved it. Loved stitching it. Absolutely loved it. And then here is We're All Mad here from Bendy Stitchy Designs. This is design number 3. This was given to me as a gift at StitchCon. This is a Passion Ricamo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. This is called Heaven. I looked at the actual chart for this. It's confusing as all hell. And I really don't know what I'm looking at, to be honest. But this is what it looks like. I mean, it's right up my alley, but the chart is very confusing. So I don't know if I'll get to that anytime soon. This is Just Nan Snow Bonnets. Now we're into all the miscellaneous crap. I think I got this from McKenna. I don't remember. This was originally going to be in one of my Smalls exchanges for StitchCon, but then I realized I don't want to do a Smalls exchange. And after the Midwest Cross Stitchers Retreat, I'm not doing another one. Not another small, I mean. I got this one from McKenna. This is a Glennon Place. This is called On Shepherd's Watch. I really like this one. I swear, I'm not religious. I don't know when I'll overstitch that one. Okay, I'm getting into some StitchCon purchases. And by some, I mean the next 2 or 3. This one was a freebie. And I got this one because lovely Arlene Cohen's design is on the cover. This was, August 2019 issue of Just Cross Stitch. I don't think I've even flipped through this. I got it because I love my friend Arlene Cohen. And I got it because she was featured on the cover. Very exciting. One of these days I'll get there, but I don't know. But I did purchase an actual Works by ABC design. This is Gossamer Lace and Cross Stitch. Arlene signed it for me. And I love it. I'll get to it someday. I don't know when, but I will. Stephanie from Lindy's Stitches. Love her dearly. Can't wait to see her again. This is my favorite design of hers so far. This is Birds to the Bow. And she signed it to Dale, which I am Dale. And if you don't know that story, go back and watch my StitchCon video. I think I might have explained it in there, but now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I did. But that's okay. I just love the colors in this one. This is And the Angels Sang. This is a Stoney Creek collection. This is where I got the Wiseman design that I stitched for my mom. There's those 2 designs in there, and then it has these designs in there. I feel like there's more. Yeah, here's all the designs that are in the booklet. I want to stitch, I do want to, excuse me, I do want to stitch another one of these designs in here. Which one is it? I really want to stitch, I want to either stitch this lamb up here, look how cute, or this dove. Now the next 3, I was really proud of myself when I found these 3. So, Hannah Sanderson, 1849, was a unicorn of mine until And like that sampler was published over 3 needleworker magazines in the late 90s, which I was told were incredibly hard to find. Until one day, while I was halfway done with the sampler by this point, I, for shits and giggles, go onto eBay and I type in Hannah Sanderson sampler. Somebody was selling all 3 magazines that the 3 parts of the sampler were published in. $16 for all 3. So I got all. I flipped through them and they're interesting. Here's issue number 1. Issue number 2 is creepy as all hell. And issue number 3. So, this is a Leisure Arts magazine. I got this from, I believe, a Julie Gulf Coast live sale. I don't think I'm going to flip through. Well, maybe I will. Yeah, no, I won't. No, I won't. That's one of the... excuse me, it's getting late. That's one of them. One of the designs in the magazine. This is for the love of cross stitch. Maybe I got this from Julie. I honestly have no idea. 20 projects in this. 22 projects. A Merry Christmas collection, Joyful Santa, and Angel of Love. There's that. Here's a Leisure Arts. Another Leisure Arts. I'm just going to go through these quickly. This is The Secret Garden. I know for a fact that I got this from Julie Gulf Coast. This is a big one. This is a big project. I got this one. This one's another Leisure Arts, but this is a Guardian Angel collection. I got this one. I love this one because I do want to stitch this one for my mom because this one kind of reminds me of my grandma and my mom and her brother and sister because my mom has an older brother and a younger sister. And then I picture this being my grandma and my mom and her brother and sister. I don't know. I'm weird like that. But here's some other designs that are in the magazine. You know me and angels. Love my angels. I'm a massive slut for Barbara Batts angels, though. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. What's that? Then here's another Guardian Angel. It's just got this one in there. And I think this one's in here. I don't know. And here's another Leisure Arts Angel album part. Let's do part 1 first. And then part 2. And now we're on to Soda Stitch. I got these when Trisha from 3 Hour Threads. Hi Trisha, are you watching? Hi Trisha. She was selling these. I don't know if I'm ever going to stitch these, but here's Peter Pan. Look how fun that one is. Isn't that cute? I hate cats, but I got this one because it's winter. And then I got this one because this one was so cute. This is Santa and Rudolph. Look at how fun. I was given, let's see, these 3 were given to me at StitchCon. This one, a lovely person gave this one to me. This one had special meaning to this person's mom, or there was some connection to this person's mom, but she gave this to me. One day I'll stitch this one. I really, really like this one. This is Angel of Music. Really like that one. I'm not sure who gave this one to me. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Lindy Stitches. Lindy Stitches and Shauna. Might have slipped that in my bag. Now, I know this one was given to me by Jen Upton at StitchCon because of all the angels on there. And then I'm going to quickly go through all of these ones. Julie was doing another live sale and just gave away a bunch of these Just Nan angels. So here is Seraphina. This is Celeste. Grace. Felicity, I like this one. This is blue. Joy. Flora. Angelique. Serena. Gloriana. Gabriella. Evangeline. Hope. Liberty. And Ariel. And there was also fabric, a couple of pieces of, or is this one piece of fabric? I'm not sure. But there was fabric that came along with it. My thighs are all sorts of numb right now. Okay. Okay, on to all of my Teresa Wentzlers, and then we'll call this part 1 of my stash video. Oh, God, I have so many Teresa Wentzlers. This might go a little bit longer than I need it to. Alright, so this was, okay, so this was a recent purchase. Okay, yep, okay, here's some recent purchases. I'm pretty sure I already have this, and I actually found out that I have like 3 copies of another Teresa Wentzler, but this is Lily Maiden. I wasn't sure if I have this already. I have a folder that somebody gave me from at StitchCon of a crap ton of Teresa Wentzler cutouts from magazines. So I think this one might be one of them that's in there, but I'm not entirely sure. Here's a kit. This is the Castle Ridge, Teresa Wentzler in miniature. I almost started this when this one came in the mail, but I didn't. Because I wanted The Fortunate Traveler to be my first Teresa Wentzler. Okay, on to some Teresa Wentzler collections. This is the Best of Teresa Wentzler Christmas collection. This one has, well, let's go through here. Angel Procession. Gabriel. Something's up with Gabriel's face. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with Gabriel. That's not focusing, but his face looks off. Nativity. I like that one. Angel of Frost. I love this one. Although, I kind of wish the robe was blue. That's just me. Companions. This one's sweet. I like this one. That one's a very sweet one. Father Winter, which I also I have the full kit of Father Winter. See that one here shortly. This one's got Byzantine ornaments, which I'll never stitch those. Christmas wreath. Once again, don't think I'll ever stitch that. I think this is the last one. And yeah, Winter Carousel Horse. Which I could very... Oh, wait, there's one more. And then Winter Fairy. Gotta make sure there's not another one. Can't we good? Okay, the best of Teresa Wentzler Sampler collection. So what we got in here? If anybody can get me in touch with Teresa Wentzler, I would love to interview her. This is the Harvest Sampler. This is the Camelot Sampler. That one's fun. I like that one. The Fantasy Sampler. I love this one. English Cottage Sampler. Lisa Smith. Finished this one a while back. That's beauticious. Love it. English Garden Sampler. Love the peacocks. Birth announcement. I don't know how I feel about this one. I like the angels, but like the birth announcement part just kind of bothers me. I'm not sure why. Christmas sampler. I don't really like this one. I don't know if it's just because of how it looks, but I don't really care for that one. Wedding sampler. Is that the last one? And then the heart sampler. This one just looks different. The one sampler of hers that I wish was in here is the Holly and Ivy sampler. I would love to get that one, because that one, I really like that sampler. I would love to stitch that one day. Let's see here. This is... Sorry, I spaced out for a second. This is the Fantasy Collection, Volume 1. Looking for Volume 2 if anybody wants to get that for me. Alright. So we're looking at Rapunzel. I do have that. Okay. That's Rapunzel. Day. Night. I love that one. Love that one. Magical Night, which my lovely Bob Floss just did a Because Monday giveaway for. Carousel. I'm not sure why this one's in the Fantasy Collection. I don't know what about this one makes it fantasy. The Castle Sampler, which I think I also have the chart for. I mean, outside of the book. Stroke of Midnight. The Castle. A lot of people are stitching that one now. Pegasus. I love this one. For as boring as it looks, I love this one. I mean, there's just a lot of, like, it's just a lot of drab colors, but then you got the Pegasus. And the final one in this one is the Unicorn. Love that one, too. Looking for Volume 2 if anybody wants to give me Volume 2. Okay. So this is a kit that was a freebie at StitchCon. It was just a full kit on the freebie table. This is the English Garden Welcome. That was fun. Like that one. And then this one's a kit that was given to me by lovely Julie, Kansas City girl in a Colorado world, whom I adore massively. This is Peaceable Kingdom. Love that one. I wish they were brighter colors, but I'm okay. And then I have 2 copies of the castle. I don't know how that happened. This is why you need to catalog stuff. This one, I don't remember when I got this, but I almost paid $40 a couple of weeks ago for it. Thank God I checked, because I've got it. And I'm glad I do. Just, I mean, come on. Oh, I do have, okay, so, and then I have Stroke of Midnight in the chart. Yeah, I knew I had that. And then Carousel Horse Fall, and then Summer. So, I guess the only one of the Carousel Horses I need is Spring.
But
Excuse me. And then, excuse me. I got this one from a Bendy Stitchy D-Stash, a signed Father Winter full kit. Oh my god, it smells like the mid-90s. Love it. Yep, that's signed Teresa Wentzler. Got the even weave in there. Could not pass that up. If this wasn't signed, I probably wouldn't have gotten it, but it was signed, so I did. And then here's another castle, the Castle Sampler. This was gifted to me by someone. Thank you. And here's the English Cottage Sampler. I'm gonna be honest, this is one of my least favorite ones, along with the Noah's Ark Sampler, because I feel like I see those all the time. Here's the Egyptian Sampler. Love this one. Surprisingly, now that I'm looking at it, not a whole lot of thread, not a whole lot of floss going on. Here's the Fantasy Triptych. I love this one. Miss Oh So Crafty Stephanie is stitching this one right now, and I'm in utter awe whenever she posts an update, because it's stunning. This was almost, like I said before, this was almost my first Teresa Wentzler cert. Then didn't realize I had this one in chart form, but another Pegasus. And might as well say this now before I get asked. No, you cannot have any of my extra charts. They are mine, and I will choose who I give them to. And they won't be to anybody that asks me or hounds me for them, so sorry. This one was a gift. I had never seen this one. Didn't know this design existed. I was contacted by someone on Instagram. She says, "Hey, I got a Teresa Wentzler kit if you want it. This is Schoolhouse from Teresa Wentzler." I had never ever seen this before, but I love it. And she even did a working copy for me. Yeah. I almost had this one. No, this was not almost my first start. But I like that one. Okay. Lap is getting full. Peacock Tapestry. Got this from 1884. Love that one. This was a freebie at StitchCon. The Tapestry Cat. Oh, hey, I'll be damned. Bob Floss. I have the Magical Knight in chart form, too. Yeah, I remember. Lovely Top Knot. Abigail gave me that one at StitchCon. Or she found that on the freebie table and gave that one to me. Don't remember where I got this one. I think I got this off Stash Unload, but she did like smaller rocking horses. This one's Misty. Love this one. Millennium. I love that one. Absolutely love it. And then I have another copy of Day. Somehow I had 3 copies. I did the one as a giveaway. Okay. And then one final thing. How are we doing on time? We got about 10 minutes before my battery goes all poopy. And the last thing we're going to look at... Oh wait, just kidding. Hold on. This one was gifted to me. This is Romeo. I think I put this in here because it was just falling out. This is Romeo and Juliet. It's a full kit. Oh, sweet. Okay. Whew. Getting late. Sorry, I'm yawning. Go through this and we'll call it a night. So, as I said, this beautiful soul at StitchCon, I'm not going to say her name because I don't know if she wants me to, but she messaged me a couple of weeks prior to StitchCon saying, hey, I've got almost every magazine release that Teresa Wentzler had as early as 1988, and I've been saving them and I want you to have them. And I completely forgot about it until StitchCon, and then she shows up and she's like, here you go. I'm like, wow. And God bless her, she even labeled each one of them, like what year they were. So let's just go through these quickly. And I know a lot of these don't actually give her credit, which is, I think, is very interesting. Remember how I said I thought that one Lily one was, I had that one? Found it in this pile. I knew I had it. I knew I had it. Okay. So, so this one shows the Fantasy Sampler, but this one is not for the Fantasy Sampler. This is actually for Coffee Break. I'm about to blow all y'all's mind because I don't know how many of you know of these designs. Because that one's so simple. There's not even any blended threads. This is from Just Cross Stitch, June 1989. A Long Life's Way. And I want to know... Okay, never mind. Never mind. Square Mosaic from Country Stitch Monthly, May 1989. Sorry. Elf and Flower. This one's cute. This one is Regal Peacocks, Just Cross Stitch, 1989. Are both of these by Teresa Wentzler? Hold on. Well, I know the this is a Carousel Horse. There is another. Oh, I bet she just included this one because it has the chart. Okay, don't look at the chart. That one... Interesting. So this one almost looks like a precursor to the actual Carousel Horses. And it looks like there was even a bunny and another horse at one point. I wonder if those are in here. Interesting. I think this is Geometric, I think is the name of this one. That one's just cross-stitch, June 1988. From Cross Stitch Monthly 1988, we've got, I don't know if, I can't tell which one. Okay, like she said, some of these don't even give credit to Teresa. So I'm not sure which one, but we've got Grazing Bovines. I don't know if this is Teresa's or not. And then, God Rest Ye. Okay. To Everything There Is a Season, you're barely going to be able to see this. Because I'm also trying to hide the chart. Another English Garden Welcome. Another Tapestry Cap. Knowing cannot have my second copy. Persian Floral. This one looks fun. Gabriel. Oh, I didn't realize he was in a magazine. That's fun. This is labeled Playful Kittens. But I don't... Oh, it must be... that one. Interesting. Autumn Welcome. Like, if anybody has stitched some of these, like, lesser known ones, please let me know. I would love to see them. This is from Just Cross Stitch 1989. I'm not sure which one is hers. Noella's. Okay, yeah. I don't know about the other one on this page. Birdhouse Bell Pull. Tea and Tarts. Yeah, this one definitely looks like a Teresa Wentzler. A Touch of Holly. Wait, or is it the Merry Christmas? No, that doesn't look like. I'm not going to show you this one because I can't really tell any of them apart. This one's interesting. This one is called Old Barn. Well, let me make sure this is the right one. Yeah. And then Shades of Blue and White. Just Cross Stitch 86. Oh, and here's a schoolhouse. Now, this one's cute. I like this one. This one's called In a Garden from Just Cross Stitch 1994. I feel like I have seen somebody stitch that before. But Oriental Poppies is the name of this one. From Gus Crossage, 1983. Already showed you guys that one. Day Lilies. I gotta get through these last couple because running out. I can't tell which one that one is. Nativity. Can't believe that was in a magazine. Regal Rocking Horses. There's a couple here. Sorry, I'm going through these last ones very fast because I want to say goodbye before my phone runs out of memory. And then the Schoolhouse Goose Girl. Alright, we're done. That's part 1 of Kyle's stash. I'm going to go to bed. I will film part 2 some other time. But until I see you again, thank you for joining me. Keep being amazing. Brenda, I'm going to swear. Let those fucks fly. And as always, for the love of God, for the love of Teresa Wentzler, say no to acid. Good night.